Hey everyone, I hope you are doing great. Today I'm feeling wonderful because I'm finally done and fully assembled with this CSS 1TDX bookshelf speaker that I was started doing as you've seen in previous video. So today's video is going to be final finishing touches, wrapping this cabinet with this vinyl wrap. I use Vivid vinyl wrap. All the links will be included in the video description. I went with this all gray finish, but I wasn't really into that all one tone color, so I decided to add a sunset orange color as a highlight for top and front buffer. So I think it turns out pretty decent. The vinyl wrapping or MDF is not the greatest option, but if you careful enough, if you do the process properly, you can get it done in pretty good shape and very nice and even. I try a few different size and option and full stuffing and minimal stuffing and all that. In the end, based on my measurements, based on my hearing, I prefer the 7 by 11 acoustic foams right behind the crossover on back wall, covering the binding post input area. So it's like this in the back. And I also have half width of the 7 by 11 right here in the side, so two of them. So that gives me really good base definition and very nice and tight, really fast response. So end up I prefer in that way. Today is all about assembling and final finishing touches of this 1TDX kit. So please enjoy. Hey guys, I'm using this Vivid vinyl wrap to finish up this cabinet. So wrapping these MDF with this vinyl wrap is not the best option, but that's the easiest. I'm gonna overlap it a little bit. This one is very easy to work with, but this one is a lot easier compared to other stuff because this one has a air release technology built into this, so it's easier to get rid of all the bubbles. I'm not gonna cut these because these vinyl can get easily peeled off, so I'm gonna bend it and then glue it there. I like the this kind of microfiber cloth more than that squeegee. Squeegee, you have to be careful, otherwise you end up scratching it sometimes. You will have hard time getting the glossy finish if you spray paint it. Now, and trim this here. So you just need to heat it real quick, then just push it down. There you go. You don't really need to use a heat gun. If you don't have it, you can use the hair dryer. Glues are pretty strong. I mean, you can, if you're not really set yet, you can pull back a little bit before you really heat it down. Not bad. I'm going to trim all these excess vinyls. According to CSS, you want to keep it 9 inches long inside the cabinet, the whole length of this bass tuning port. A little over 3 inch or around like 80 millimeter. Put the electric tape there. This way I can adjust the position before glue it or double tape it. It's around like a little over 3 inch or 80 millimeter where I put the electric tape. When you slide it in, it will lock this outer tube right there, and then I can put the tape measure inside the cabinet and turn it to adjust the position. For now, let's mount this. So I'm just putting the pilot hole so that way. So easiest way to do is mount the binding post, mount this bass tuning port. Then we can mount the crossover, tweeter, then bass driver at last. So that's it. This is the back of the standard crossover. Before I put it in, I make sure all the connecting wires and hookup wires are not touching each other. So I just want to make sure. Then I put some electric tape so they won't move around. Crossover is connected, so I mount it all the way right there in the back. I don't cover the crossover, so basically I put this one right above the crossover like this, as you can see it in the back, and then this one right here in front of a crossover or between this front buffer and crossover. So that's it. So that's all I put in. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrap front buffer because I don't like too gray here. So I'm gonna change the color of the front buffers. Another thing is like I'm not gonna trim these off. I'm gonna cut at the corner and then fold it down. That way it won't peel off. Cut this corner, protecting these edges from peeling off. So it will last you longer. I hope you can see it clearly here. I can take this out. One side is almost done. I'm gonna cut from the middle. And now I can cut it off later. It's time to trim these. So I'm mounting this a superior crossover in there. So I make sure everything is electric tape so that way it won't interfere each other, and cover just to be safe. And this bigger coil go all the way to the back. There you go. So I already mount the crossover in here. At the bottom plate, you might want to put the pilot holes. As you can see, those are the binding posts. For mounting the base reflex port, you want to mount this one first. Before you screw it down, mount the other end in, slide them together, and then adjust the length like this using the tape ruler, and then you can tape it down, or you can glue it down or double tape it in there. So that's where I mount the insulation that's on the back wall. I'm not covering the crossover. Then I'm gonna put some insulation in this area. CSS tweeter is this LD25X soft dome tweeter. Positive is nice and tight. Let's do the negative. Now nice and tight. Okay, now we can screw it down. Something like this. Now we can mount the base driver. So this is the CSS 6-inch base driver. It has a cast aluminum frame, pretty good size magnet, and paper cone driver. So this one is really good driver.